All right, we are live. Yes,
First
game
question
number
for
two.
you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
What is a chark?
Uh,
It's a chunky shark.
it's a chunky shark.
Ah!
Yeah.
Thank you. Got it.
Yeah, man, Street Sharks know about that.
All
Um,
right, so
Jawsome.
Blue
Awesome.
side, Halo's Angels are immediately banning away Riven, which is against Hentai, and J4, which is against Troll.
Yeah.
Nunu against Nintaku on red side.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jarvan is just against everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Like if there's even the slightest risk, just get him out of there.
I mean, unless you get the priority, like you get that first pick, and you're like, I want Jarvan on this team, like, get him out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bo Show. Let's see.
Yeah, nobody wants to see Ash anymore, I get the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the Morgana of ADCs.
Yeah, for real.
We got quite a few people that the player.
Yep, Seraphine too. Never fun playing against Seraphine.
I meant fun playing, but not against.
I think that depends on the champion. I don't mind playing against her as Leona.
Mm-hmm.
Tycho, you're coming forward. Let me sing you the song of my people. Speaking of Leona.
There she is, the most beautiful support in the world.
Me wow, gonna be playing Leona.
Nice, nice.
We will see how red Basher's big, chubby, chunky, I meant to say, sharks are gonna be flying with this. He's gonna kill me later. That was a slip. I'm sorry. I apologize.
um, let's see. Yeah.
There's Bash's signature Vigar mid lane. So the game is already gonna be on a clock.
Mm-hmm. We got to see the match of
No,
Usena.
no, I don't want to see this again.
2
I
clocks.
swear to God, if they pick
Hyperscale Nasus, let's do it.
exactly, if they pick Nasus for hentai, I'm going to be extremely upset.
So that could be a Senna for Salty Drawbar, because Exodus plays a psychotic Samira. So if he's going for blood, I think he's gonna go for Samira. It's a really weird combo with Senna. I wouldn't necessarily like try to pair those two. But it might be a comfort pick for Salty Drawbar.
I would
I don't know.
I would say that a Samira pick would be kind of pushing it when you've already got two very squishy people, unless we're talking about a tank Vigar, which I would not put past Basher.
Yeah.
Because if you got two ADCs in that bot lane, you're talking super squish. And look,
Yeah.
there's the randoms to make it even. If there was anything to say, do not pick another ADC. It's when they pick random.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
They're like, do it.
Ooh,
The dog.
Heimerdinger. Is that a bot lane Heimerdinger?
That might be a bot lane Heimer.
That'd
Could
be
be top.
freaking awesome.
Could be top.
Could be top. Hentai, I don't. Hentai might do Heimerdinger. I don't know, cause like both Hentai and Exodus are like
Like if he already plays
hardcore.
one Yordle, like that threshold is crossed over, and he has no,
Yeah.
no qualms against
That's
having
true.
having another in his champion pool.
Yeah, you play
They
Chem, you might as well play Heimer.
They obviously think it's a bot lane Heimer. With the, oh wait, no, that's the wrong side. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention.
I would fear Senna Heimer lane for sure.
Well, there goes Set. So they must think that's a Heimer ADC.
Mm-hmm.
Which putting that top lane Heimer, to me that just basically says that we're trying to trick you at the draft because you're last picking on red side and you haven't picked your, you've already picked your mid lane. So
Yeah.
last picking jungle makes no sense. Rolling like I'm gonna bring out my pocket pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, on Halo's Angels right now, that is a beefy team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
that really
good.
is. So Fiora and Set are both off the table for Hentai, so Hentai is gonna have to. I forget what he goes to after when he's 3 champs down.
It
I
says he's got like 6 or 7, so we'll find
Yeah,
out.
wouldn't
you know
surprise me.
I just do not want to see Nasus because I mean
Come on,
Triple
Nasus.
late game scaling.
like at that point you're just tempting fate. All right, so you got Jungle and Moo. That's good.
Yeah. Also late game scaler. A little bit better than mid game, but yeah, his early
Yeah,
game
but
is.
Heimer is stupidly powerful early.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so so he might be, but he not with kill pressure though, because Heimer does need items to really do that. But if you try to attack a Heimerdinger, it's at your doom.
Yeah,
And
dude.
basically, you just have to. I've bot laned with the Heimer ADC once or twice,
Mhm.
um, and basically can someone ask what their pick was? Basically
They grab singed. Oh, they're second. They got to pick two. They got to pick two.
yeah,
Um,
website messed up.
no, they missed their fourth pick, and they're making their fifth pick. So, they
But
skipped
it's a
over
blue
and
pick. See, it's just now red pick on my screen.
it's about to be red. It's red now, at least from my screen.
Xin
Xin
Zhao.
Zhao. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think the game I think the client had an issue there.
Yeah. So I think
Okay,
it's a Xin Zhao. No, no, no. Singe top then. What the hell?
So it's like glitched. Zin's out for 5th.
Yeah.
So it still looks like red is getting a pick.
is
So
Yeah.
that Xiaomi?
Oh no, yeah, yeah. Halo's asking, we're fine. Yeah.
Kennen.
Okay. So fourth pick is Xin Zhao, and last pick for red team is Kennen.
I am very confused by this draft.
Dude, I have no
Uh,
idea where. Yeah.
Yep. But at least I believe that it is not the top Heimerdinger if they got the Kennen.
I think that might be a Xin Xiao mid.
That could be.
Uh, a pick to go against the Vigar, maybe something pocketed. Anyway,
Yeah.
so like I was saying earlier, every time I've laned with a Heimerdinger as a support, basically it doesn't even matter if I'm playing Leona, which the one time I'm remembering I was.
Mhm.
Basically, the Heimer said, "Do not attack, do not engage, do not Zenith play it. I want you to sit back, attack melee minions and cannon minions with your procs, and just sit still." And basically, all it was, he put his turrets down. We spent the entire first like 15 minutes of the game just farming, and the opposing ADC couldn't do anything about it. They
Ugh.
couldn't engage, and if they tried to engage in Heimer, I just froze them under his turrets. So it was not fun, but it was also one of the most boring lanes I have ever played. Um, I am very much a proactive laner. I don't like just sitting still. Um, but it worked. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I am expecting this to be the Rammus because Rammus mid versus Vigar makes no sense.
Yeah, agreed.
So this has got to be Rammus, yeah, and then this is going to be the Xin Zhao. There's got to be something there. That to me feels like something very specific.
Yeah.
Because Vigar with that cage is generally pretty difficult to lock down
Mhm.
if you're a melee champion.
So there is a
Uh,
little bit of delay before that event horizon comes up that Xin Zhao could potentially dash through, but it stops dashes if he doesn't time it correctly. Like the cage will stop your movement and stun you right in place.
on red side, that the AOE stuns and
Mhm.
blockage is incredible. But on the side of red,
There it
you want to
is.
talk about just a meat shield. You've got Rammus, you've got and you got Rammus, and you've got Leona, basically just locking them down. And the thing about Leona Jinx is that if you can get on someone as Leona, the Jinx can just put traps right under you.
Mhm.
But for a feast, I mean, for a fasting Cinelane, Heimer is pretty ideal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like yelling before, like Heimer's a pretty self-sufficient champion, and I'm just doing a double check real quick here. Exodus has after 35 games on Heimerdinger, 35 ranked games on Heimerdinger. Exodus has got a 66% win rate, 3.58 KDA. Um, so this is a legit pick for Exodus, specifically for bot lane. Um, that is so
Just
nasty.
realized one problem,
Hmm.
and it's ironic, but they have almost no AD on the side of.
Yeah, it's just Senna.
It's just Senna. So
Yeah, it's
uh,
super weird.
yeah, it's. This is the second time I've seen Subro on Singed. I don't. That is not generally a good matchup against Kennen. Singed
Hmm.
generally can get bullied really, really badly.
Yeah.
I would really, really like to see how Hentai does at a disadvantage because so far, almost every game he's had that we've spectated, he's either been on one of his mains
Hmm.
or he's had a counter pick.
Yeah.
And this last game, the rest of the lanes got so far ahead that him being behind the lane didn't even matter.
Hmm.
So I'd really like to see see how he does without all the cards stacked in his favor.
Yeah, for sure. And this will be a first for me to see people actually stacking multiple magic resist items. Usually there's a lot more interesting like armor items, but MRs like you got what like force of will. Um,
Force of Nature, you have Merc Treads, you have Spirit Visage, you have Banshee's Veil, you have Hex Drinker, you have all of the Omni Cinders have magic resistance to a general degree.
oh,
Um,
yeah, Merc Treads are definitely a must for basically I think all the almost all of the blue side. Um,
Yep.
yeah, just four stuns and a root at minimum. Yeah, that is a lot of AP damage. Um,
Your
Gargoyle
armor
Stone,
means nothing here.
yeah, yeah, Rammus's armor could not do a thing.
got Gargoyle Stone Plate,
Yeah, the stone plate. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Locket of the Iron Solari. You've always got Mercurial Scepter. You
I
can
mean, the
always
fact that we're like having to look this up, like they're going to be looking the shop, but like, what can I build?
Wit's End is a good one. Xin Zhao could go Wit's End.
Yeah, Witsend is a great buy. It recently got a little bit of a nerf, but I think the nerf was to stop it from being abused by uh
Earlier.
early game like first builds.
And Aurelia.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so this will be you never see you like every game in solo queue it's always like please don't go ID, please don't go ID. Okay, we're all ID. Damn it, we lose. Um yeah, you rarely see like an almost pure AP comp.
I see it a lot in the ARAMs, but that's because
Yes.
you don't really have a whole lot of a choice when you're
Yeah.
just yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, like because usually those champs are
Oh, it is.
like
You still want to mix. You still
yeah,
want to mix
yeah.
here.
Um but
I feel
yeah,
like
I don't know.
I feel like the biggest issue on Halo's Angels might just be a lack of damage early in the game.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're really leaning on Jinx being able to just shoot multiple rockets over their shoulders while they just try to keep everybody
well,
tied up.
Jinx is going to have a lot of DPS. Xin Zhao, if he goes like, I don't want to say lethality, but if he does a lot of if he goes bruiser, he has a lot of burst.
Mhm.
And then Singed later in the game is just going to cause a lot of damage long term, and like it's going to be very difficult to deal with. But I honestly, if I was the Charks, I would be really really happy with this. They just need to go slow if they're going to try to do anything. Um, Actually, I'm not even sure where they would focus because you know I would say the mid lane would be the only place they have much in the way of hope of really good ganks unless they're just pushed really far forward.
Mhm.
Because while Heimerdinger and Sen are self sufficient, they're not going to have to really worry too much about getting dove on, or shouldn't. It on the flip side, they also don't have any like engage ability,
Yeah.
unless Leona just makes a massive mistake. But again, if she does, she's going into them. So and I mean, good luck trying to catch a Singed.
Yeah.
Um, So I would say early game that Nintaku's team or Halo's Angels have more of an ability to get successful ganks off. But neither side has just a lane where you can point at and say super easy gank.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they shouldn't take Ghost or Teleport. Go with the Ignite.
Yeah.
Is that to help with the little bit of the unfavorable matchup against Kennen?
Oh, man, because I think Supro, shit, that's a really gutsy call. Because I think Ghost would be the more favorable one here. Just because, like, as I was outlining before, like, Kennen has a huge poke advantage against Singed.
And not to mention, for short periods of time, Kennen can keep up with Singe very easily with like dash and with the Hex Tech.
Yeah.
And then you have the walking on the so that's interesting.
I do like the 3 turret start on the blue buff to help Troll just have like no damage on the Amumu on his first clear.
Yeah, the two best characters for early leashing is Zyra and Heimerdinger.
Yes. And you got to be careful because sometimes
you have no control. You're like, sorry, man, they got a mind of their own.
Yep.
I guess I got blue buff. Sorry.
Yep.
I've done that. I basically, whenever I do the Zyra leash, I basically tell them, I'm like, look, do 1 or 2 hits and then immediately go to lane. Like,
yeah.
The plants need to die, and we need to get out of here.
Yeah, let him tank a few shots.
Yep.
Halo gets the charge in the bash, gets 3 shots, 4 shots. Man, is he running Halo Blades? Yeah, he's running Halo Blades. Nice call. Salty Dropper gets the root onto Mewow. Mewow is hobbling away. Oh, the canceled auto attack. One more auto attack. Salty Dropper gets a turret shot, has to back away. So Mewow just walks it out. Good patience, saves his flash. Doesn't blow any sums on that near kill. So
level 2 advantages. Wow, Salty do it really well with that Senna.
Yeah. That is so obnoxious because like Salty's got the poke and then Exodus has like the counter engage with all the turrets. So like they've got a veritable fortress set up in this bot lane.
It's a very good double pick. That's why I was really when I saw the Heimer, I was like, oh, that's.
Yeah, for sure.
As I said, I think the mid lane's really the only place where.
Hentai maybe overstepped a little bit. Nintaku's there. Hentai is a fast little guy though, and he will get away. And Troll's looking to do a little bit of an invading movement there.
He's got Bio.
Yep. Troll's
I'm not sure what Nintaku's doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing there to farm. Like.
Yep, nothing to get there.
Did Amumu steal his farm?
He's got one. No, they're even in farm, but he did get the scuttle, so that would have put him up 4 CS over the Rammus. So they're essentially even, not counting that scuttle, the north scuttle that Troll picked up. Got a little bit of 2-2 gun. Ooh, Basher misses the event horizon, gets challenge taunted. Halo's on him. Basher has to flash though. Halo flash follows, walks away because the ignite is going to tick and get him first blood. Halo's moved on to Troll. Gets a ton of damage. That early game threat with the Halo Blades, man, he's doing so much damage.
There had to. There, I was very. I was assuming that was a early pick. Like there was something special about that Xin Zhao. It just felt like okay, he knows something.
Yeah. And that's exactly what you want to do. Is you want to bully Veigar as much as possible. Don't let him give him time to farm. Get stacks, just keep punishing him over and over again in lane. Because he's going to come back and start one-shotting people. Nintaku is going to get caught by the root. Salty Jawbreast is going to walk it out. A couple of turret shots for his trouble. Halo gets the dash on the Basher again. Event Horizon goes down. Halo's going to take 1 turret shot. The Basher is critically low. Ooh, he's got Dark Harvest. Nice.
He just, Zinchao does not have any items yet. Like, that was
shit.
Pure stat-driven damage right there.
Yeah. Salty Jawbar stepping up a little far up into that minion line. But totally fearless.
Leona didn't.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking about an engage there. And Hentai laying down a lot of poke on a Supro. It's got a 15 CS advantage.
As is to be expected.
And Halo's going to return to lane with his first little mini lethality item, Serrated Dirk. Yep. So he's going to be even scarier. He's going to have even scarier all-ins.
Now, lethality Xin Zhao is really good against this team because there are a lot of people on the Sharks that can just be popped. So that could become very dangerous if it is allowed to propagate.
Yeah. He's gonna have to play it really cautiously too, because there's a lot of CC he's gonna have to wade through. But if he gets the right angle, like he's gonna blow some people up. Plus, like the Xin Zhao ultimate to just ignore stuff that's outside of his challenge zone. Oh, the flash from Hentai, slicing Maelstrom, finishes Supro off. Hentai is gonna take one last turret shot. Barely survives, but really, really well calculated flash ultimate from Hentai to get the kill. Troll is here, trying to get a gank on the Halo. Halo's just going to walk away. And yeah, big wave crash in the top lane from Hentai. Meanwhile, Exodus is pushed up pretty far. He's got 3 turrets around him, but he doesn't have any vision of the river though, so he's not going to see Halo coming. I don't think Halo is pinged out either. Ooh, Exodus walks right up. He's got to flash away. Halo gets the charge on him. Looking for the 3 talent strike knockup, and it's just an easy kill. Gives it over to High Noon support. Nice roam from Halo the mid laner with the Xin Zhao.
Man of many hats.
Man of many hats indeed. Salty steps up. Halo threatens, but Zap's gonna land. Miwa's gonna get the Zenith Blade. Gets her. Ooh, has to back away from the turret. There's a jungle fight though over the wolves though. Troll's trying to bully Nintaku, but he might get collapsed on by Supro if he stays a little bit too long. He's got priority in mid, but Halo's going to be there too, so Troll's just going to have to make his way out. He's got flash if he really needs to. He's going to have to, yeah, he flashes over the wall to get out. So pretty aggressive invade there just for the wolf buff, or the wolf camp. Not even a buff. So.
Coming 2022.
But he does extend his CS lead though. He's up 20 CS over Nintaku right now, so that aggression is paying off, even though the cost of his flash just there.
I agree that getting those advantages if you can is really important, but I think the things you have to do as a captain is you have to evaluate whether the risk is worth the reward. In this case, you're on a team that scales much better than the opponents. I'm not sure why.
Slicing Maelstrom to stun Supro. He doesn't have the sticky field anymore. He already used his flip. He's going to try and get some help from Halo though. Halo's there. Supro gets the kill with the poison. Halo again roaming, making plays in bot, top, and mid. So
it was very clearly communicated by pings and probably voice comms. Supro knew that he could survive long enough to drag that down. If he hadn't been there, if Halo hadn't been there, it would have been bad. But
yeah.
But he was, and that's what happened. But this is what Halo has to do because his other lanes are really struggling.
He's just struggling. He's trying his best to bully and keep up with the keep that lane push against Beaker's tower.
And taking advantage.
And while it's there, can't really go super deep, so might as well roam somewhere else.
Yep. You know how that communication's going. You gotta keep us in the know where Zin's at.
Yeah.
Oh no, troll.
Oh, Nintaku gets Troll. Troll gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar though. Exodus, they finally all in on him with all the turrets are going down. They're doing so much damage. Halo flashes, gets the kill. Gets a double kill there. But Exodus does trade back on a Miwao though. So painful to charge that Heimerdinger.
Oh, that was a big oopsie on the side of Troll's team.
Yeah, like you said before, there's a calculation that you'll make where, can I kill him on this invade? But the calculation should be, should I even try to invade in the first place? Because even if farm is even and gold is even, you as the Amumu will win. That's the victory condition right there. Is just come out even. Halo does a dash into Basher though. Basher might get his revenge here. Pops his barrier. Halo dodges out the. Oh my God! Nintaku hops over the event horizon. Halo jazz him with the kill. Oh my God!
Beautiful.
Jeez. really, really well coordinated. Oh my god.
Halo's a monster.
Seriously. Lands the challenging... Oh my god. Dashes in. Halo, unstoppable, 5-0-2. 7 takedowns in 11 minutes from the mid lane. He has a CS lead too. What the hell?
That is a monster.
God, and this is what you like. You really don't like. It's so hard to understand like just the true power of like these early game champions like Xin Zhao and like people playing passively or whatever maybe get 1 kill or 2 out of it, but he is like projecting power across the entirety of the map.
As I said, the one lane that they had a notable advantage in was that early game Xin Zhao, because they couldn't go after the Heimerdinger Senna because they have a much more oppressive lane, and the same goes for that Kennen. Kennen's just gonna bully Singed.
Yeah.
So like the one advantage they really had was that mid lane, and Halo is not.
He's no slouch.
No, yeah.
I'm actually shocked that Troll popped his ultimate there. I would have let them come in deep.
Oh, for sure. Oh, and I do see how Xin is kind of a counter. Maybe you guys caught that too. The event horizon goes down, but Xin Zhao's animation still continues through his long-range challenging stab.
I noticed that. I was like, what the fuck?
So he would still be marked even if you got stunned and you could dash at him, and you can only be stunned once by the Veigar cage. Oops, Supro might have gotten caught out here. Hentai is getting all in, but here comes Ntaku though. He's gonna get the knockup, gets the taunt. Hentai's gonna kill himself off in Ntaku's aura, so Supro gets the kill. Nice. Little mistimed, but still, any kill you can get in that matchup is a good one. Oh,
he's catching up on farm too.
He is, yeah.
Now, going even is falling behind as the Kennen. Your whole job as the Kennen is to bully in lane. And while a 28 CS lead is admirable, you need your one of your win conditions is you bullying. And the Veigar just keeps dying, and the Zinj, and this may be another death if Primus can.
Oh, looks like Halo is just sidestepping all the skill shots. Basher gets killed again. Trolls here. Ntaku and Halo are going to pursue him a little bit. Not going to follow him into the turret, but enough
to
just...
though.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have his ultimate.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, somehow, miraculously... Oh, Leona ultimate goes down, stuns Exodus, he's rooted, he's stunned, can't get any of his spells down though. Salty Dropbar is going to get the kill back on the Miwa though. Turrets are tearing up Heinian support. Heinian support's got to book it on out, and just be happy with that kill gold. So Halo and Ntaku are going to spring a trap onto Troll. Troll's just trying to get his blue buff. Doesn't matter. Knocked up, taunted. Halo is dominating 6-0-3. He's got his Dust Blade. So add invisibility onto his freaking repertoire of murder tools.
I'm really wondering, because at this point you got to start asking whether or not the scaling nature of red side's going to be enough.
Yeah.
Because it's not like blue side doesn't have late game tools of their own. Under normal circumstances, you'd be looking at them and be going, "Holy crap, that's a late game team."
Yeah.
Because you've got the Jinx, you've got the Rammus.
Ntaku taunt onto Basher, and Halo goes godlike, 7-0-3.
That is beautiful. I would love to know who's shot calling on blue.
Yeah, seriously.
They've been really making very smart decisions. And that Rammus is fantastic. He might be a little behind on CS, but his ganks have just been spot on.
Yeah, I think, and I didn't know. Careful. I didn't think he was going to have any performance being up against all those AP threats, but the timing of his ganks, like the utility of his knockup and taunt, just really a huge enabler for his the rest of his team. So
Senna's at 44 stacks, and Veigar is at 59. Which it's not end of the world numbers. They're still scaling, but before you start talking about these passives, being fantastic, quote unquote, you need to be looking at hundreds. Especially in the case of Basher.
He's been receiving a lot of attention
Yeah.
that mid lane though, so I
Yeah.
can see why it might be a little lower.
That was the lane that had the most vulnerability on the part of the Sharks. But here we go. Here's Dragon. Let's see. Oh, they've already got it.
Oh, there's a flash from Hentai into Supro though. Hentai's gonna get flipped. Didn't take a couple turret shots. Poison's gonna take, but not enough damage. So Hentai getting that lead, and yeah, the Dragon did go over the blue team during that fight. But yeah, Basher wanted to extend the point that you made earlier. Like, yeah, like Kennen absolutely has to have a lead because he's similar to Rumble in the fact that like he's basically just a damage machine. You know, like yeah, Slicing Maelstrom does stun, but the meat of what you're getting from him is damage, and for that to work, he's got to be the highest level. Oh, there is a Leona ultimate on the Salty Drawbar. Salty Drawbar is going to drop his stopwatch. Still going to get killed though. High support and Mima are going to get stunned by Troll. Troll's
does not. Troll needs to stop right now. Exodus has
Exodus.
no mana. It can just murk them both.
Yep. Oh my gosh. And then the ganking camp continues on the mid lane, just not unrelenting, giving Halo just like a gigantic amount of gold.
Yeah, that was. I mean, if they couldn't just destroy Meow immediately, they needed to just back off because Exodus had no mana at all.
Yeah, tons of pressure, and I think yeah, High Noon and Meow have been doing a good job of like killing his turrets, which is kind of like, it's expensive to keep putting those turrets up, and they're on a charge timer too, so they're not easily replaced. Might have been spending a lot of mana trying to keep them alive, but he does come back with his Leander's Torment, so, or is it Anguish? I can't remember the name of it.
We have a Tiamat Hydra. We're probably going to see a Hydra on the card.
Oh my god.
He has Duskblade, and they've got Infernal Soul. They're getting Infernal
man.
Dragon next.
That
is incredible.
That's
like
scary. Halo's on
Hentai.
Hentai. Hentai drops Slicing Maelstrom, gets a stun, gets a lot of damage though, turns it right back around. Halo didn't even have time to, he didn't have his ultimate up there. Supro is in the 1v2 though. Basher's laying down a lot of damage, same with Hentai. Hentai does not speed out though. The poison takes him down. Oh, Basher flashes away, but Nintaku gets a taunt. Event Horizon goes down. That's going to be up pretty soon for Supro to get in and join this fight. Grounding goes down. Basher finally falls. Trolling has taken too much damage. Can he get a kill on the other side? No, he cannot. It's going to be easy Rift Herald take for the blue side. So, nice collapse.
Yeah,
Supro is... Yeah, Supro is
Yeah.
that giant spell and the Merc Tread's just way too tanky to kill in that fight.
I'm wondering if he's sitting there deciding whether to go Void or like Leandries.
Yeah.
Choose, I would definitely go Void.
Yeah.
But because if you go Leandries, they're not a very tanky team. You don't need that burn.
Halo might be gonna wrap around on the Exodus. Salty Drawbar's there. High support's moving in.
Bye-bye, top.
Oop, they're just gonna go for Salty Drawbar. The root lands on the Halo. Oh, the Jinx rocket goes down, but gets shut down by Exodus's rockets. That's gonna end the fight right there. Halo's gonna break off. Nintaku jumps right into Basher's face, taunts him. Basher's caught up in the sticky sauce and dies by the poison. No, dies to Nintaku. Troll's here to defend the top turret, but not gonna be able to stop the Rift Herald's charge.
I'm actually surprised they don't, because Trolling doesn't have any items. They can kill him.
Oh, you're right. Oh, but Hentai is here. Supro's gonna flash away, drops a sticky behind him. He's trying to get to the blast plant. Gets stunned right before he gets mixed over. Auto attack doesn't finish him off. Hentai does not have flash, can't pursue. Nintaku's left alone in the 1v2. Nintaku flashes over the wall too. There's no pursuit, no flashes from the top of the jungler, so they are clean and free to run away on the blue side.
What a game.
Yeah. Yeah, tons of action. 4K difference, but it's still, you've got massive scaling on the side of the team that's behind, so it's definitely not over at all.
Rylai's first for the Singed.
That's ooh, Salty Drawbar gets caught out by Halo. Halo's just a academic 1-2-3. Takes Salty Drawbar out. Such a squishy target.
Our squishy targets. We're gonna see a lot of Zanyas this game.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Riley's first buy for Supro. You know,
I can see it.
I could see that, yeah. Because the cannon speed is pretty much a problem. And
20 seconds to Dragon.
yeah. And you got the health from the Rylai's, and he's building MR as well, so I think
it's a health item. It will allow him to get away from Kennen now.
The item discrepancy on the side of red is pretty big. I know they're only 4 game behind, but the thing is that the Senna hasn't gotten an item yet, and your Amumu doesn't have an item yet. Everybody has their first item completed on blue, and the only person that doesn't have their mythic is Singed, and Singed doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't. Ntaku's just all in on the Exodus, though. Exodus does flash away, though. Hentai gets a slicing Maelstrom. He's going to lock up 3 members of the blue team. They're taking a ton of damage. Salty Drawbar's laying it down on him. Halo's trying to get away, not trying to give up a shutdown, but he does go down. Miwao's the next to go down. Ntaku's trying to powerball away. Supro is still in the middle of everything, though, doing a ton of damage, though. He ended up with a double kill. Gets a sticky on the Exodus, though. Can he flip him in? No, he cannot. He's going to run back away, though. Trolling is going to try to chase him. The Bandages is down, though. That's slow. That Rylai's doing a lot of work, keeping him safe, and letting Sepro just extend that fight a lot longer, so...
Lets him immobilize people during the team fights, and the fact that he doesn't have Ghost, like, he needs that to be able to, like, actually get in there and get out of stuff.
True.
It's a 2 for 2, and they got the dragon. The only downsides are gonna lose his tower, but that would still work. They put Dragon Soul on the table, and they got a lot of much needed gold onto Singed. I would really like to see him complete his mythic, though, because the thing about the mythic is it's not the item itself that's a huge advantage. It's the fact that by completing other items, you get a passive bonus.
Yeah.
And for Singed, if he went Void, he's going to get that Omni Vamp. It looks like he's rushing Force of Nature second. As Supa very succinctly put, has been murked. It's not nearly as good an item as it was.
Yeah.
I really hope that he rushes Void after that, because at that point you're looking at like 10% Omni Vamp or more. I don't remember the exact, like 3% per completed item. And just by running from people, you get health back. And Basher's just...
Yeah, I think he's going to get flipped. He's going to flash away, but Supro is way too fast. That slow field is just going to be a slow, agonizing death as Supro's just running in circles. A carousel of poison and murder. GG.
I mean,
nice job, Supro.
Magic items are not necessarily ideal, like in terms of the gold cost, but against this team, like you need to build them. You just have to.
Halo's so close. Oh my god, he survived thanks to that Sinzao ultimate, though. Didn't take any damage from outside of that zone. Hentai is finally caught out, though. Blew all of his cooldowns. High Noon support's trying to get out. Halo goes back in, though, trying to get the final kill. Oh, the Heimerdinger missiles almost finished Halo off, though, so he's got to be really, really careful not to give over another kill here, but...
Meanwhile, in the top lane...
Yep.
Oops,
that is a lot of gold that he's about to get, folks.
Yeah, Sepro 6-3-3 by being behind this whole time, but he still kept the gold even. And yeah, I think I like the Force of is it Force of what's Force of Will or Force of Nature? Force of Nature. Force of Will's a magic card.
Yes.
Yeah. Force of Nature, yeah, like it just.
Force of Nature is also a magic card. Oh.
Magic card. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. One of my favorites. Yeah, the Force of Nature, I think, is a good buy. Like, he's just, like you said, like, making up for the fact that he doesn't have Ghost by creating that larger delta. I slow you, I'm faster than you. So, yeah.
I think that is probably the beginnings of his Mythic. And if it's not, I'll be very upset.
Yeah, I think it should be.
He's giving up a lot of free stat bonuses by not having a mythic done at this point.
He is, but he's doing a really good job playing the chase me game.
And shockingly, he is the 4th richest member on his team. Like he's not even that rich.
That's crazy.
Rammus is bigger, Zen is bigger, and Jinx is bigger. So, and that's after the 600 gold. Now look at it. There's 5 people chasing Ntaku
5 people
right
chasing
now.
Ntaku. He powerballs. Gonna ulti out. And that was a lot of spent time. Meanwhile, Sepro is still continuing to push bot lane, though. He's gonna get
in the bot lane. That's the... Wherever they are, go where they are not.
Yep. That is Supra strategy. It's working really, really well. So blue team does have the luxury of giving this dragon if they want to. Halo is caged in. Hentai is going to try to get behind him though. Instead opts for Heinian support though. Pops the Maelstrom, just pops Heinian support.
That was huge.
That was a huge, huge kill. That's going to make the dragon take a lot easier for red side.
And it's 11 seconds. High Noon's not up for another 30. It should be a free dragon. Unless blue gets a pick of some sort, or they only 4-man it. Because Heimer is in lane. So if he doesn't show up...
Yeah, he had to pick up that wave real quick. So Sephiroth is right in the middle of all 5 members of the red side. He's running around in circles trying to drift, but he's probably going to get blown up though. He flashes, he gets exploded by Basher's ultimate. Meanwhile, is still trying to tie up the front line of the red team. Gets exploded. Halo could not commit because there was just so much damage. Can't walk into those turrets. It'd be absolute suicide. So almost a 2v5 there. They did just do some pretty decent damage, but
a major mistake on the side of Halo's Angels. You had a person down. That's the time just to give it up.
You know, it's only their first dragon. You're at soul point still. It's not a huge loss if you give that up. Ooh, jeez. Halo just wrecks Exodus. Man, this Xin Zhao is assassin level. Ooh, the slow. Oh my gosh. Hainu lands the zap, flashes in for the auto attack. Hentai pops Zanya's to avoid the auto attack. Gets away. Hainu gets his kill though on the Basher though. Salty Dropper is trying to finish off Hainu. Hainu's trading back. The Ignite's going to kill Hainu's support. But Halo's going to get a couple of shots. No, he's not going to get any shots in this turret. Troll is here to defend. Lands a stun. Troll doesn't have ultimate though, but it doesn't matter though. The follow-up damage from Salty Dropbar.
Hell, did you see how bad that was? Like a drive-by cannon right there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pop another ultimate, but didn't even need to.
It's like, excuse me, passing through, throws a shuriken, and then just keeps on going.
Yep.
So red, with that dragon and that kind of misplay down there, they have caught up quite considerably. They've been like about 4 or 5k behind for a majority of the game, and they're catching up.
Yeah, they're in with 2 now, and within 2k of each other, so...
The blue team thrives if they can keep a team fight really off balance, specifically because of the Singe. The idea being he is actually going a Hex Tech item.
Oh.
Interesting. So if he can keep the fight decentralized and make it so that the opposing team can't just focus fire one person, blue has an advantage. The problem is if red side can focus fire one person, they just die. It doesn't matter if it's Xin Zhao or the only person that can really sit there and take it is Rammus.
Yeah.
So it is really interesting, and Supro is willing to go in. That was very big.
Man, yeah, huge shutdown. That's so much of red team's damage though. Supro running around in circles, flipping people around, getting poison all over the place. Salty Dropbar is just easy casualty for him. So Miwa doesn't get the Zenith Blade though, stuck in the baby cage, trying to land as much damage as possible though. Nintaku's circling around. He does have a Rammus ultimate if he wants to go in. Exodus does kill Miwa though, in the mix of everything. Halo's got a full health bar though. He's waiting. Supra is also waiting. So both these soul laners are high value threats here.
And Jinx just got the take a free turn.
Oh shit. That's right, yeah. So
weird split push, but
casual split
it's
push.
working.
Halo does get collapsed on by the 3 remaining members of the red team though.
Zanya's and Golden Guardian Angels everywhere. They have 3 resurrection items on their team so far.
That's gonna be tough to siege, dude.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I think that red is going to be almost impossible to go through as long as Heimerdinger's up.
Yeah, and you can see just how much, like, because Supro and High Noon have gotten, like, major penetration on both the side lanes, but the mid turret is still standing for red side. Like, they've been able to hold that the whole time. It's been easier to split push with mid all the way up than it is to take mid by itself, so... yeah, Baron is going to be a really high-value target here, but we're at 30 minutes, though, and the scaling might start to come into play if it hasn't already, though. So Miwa taking a lot of damage, gonna be down to half health, gonna take another one. I think the follow-up is gonna be here though. Miwa has to use the ultimate, flashes away, does not matter though.
Shouldn't have
Gets
been by her. Leona should not have been by herself.
Nope.
That's going to be Baron. The question, honestly, if I'm blue side, if they go for Baron, just head straight to Dragon. Or the flip side of that is let Baron debuff them and then just dive them. But they lose this fight, that's really dangerous for blue. They have to win this fight. They can't risk losing for much longer.
Troll's in range for bandage. Nothing there. Nitaku's swinging around the bend though. Goes all in, lands a taunt onto Senna. Salty Drawbar's trying to hobble away though. Nitaku though takes so much damage. Hentai still slicing Maelstrom though. Pops it onto 2 members though. High support cleanses and walks away, but the kills are in. Halo went down. That's so much damage on the blue side. Supper is trying to extend this play as long as he can. Kennen runs, Jinx down. High support is dead thanks to 360 Hentai. Supper cannot do anything in the face of all these red teams.
Do not understand why Nitaku went in right there. Leon was dead. You were 4v5ing, and nobody had stepped out on red side. The moment that they went in like that, it was like, where is the advantage to that? It is very much, you want these decentralized fights, but the thing is that Leona gives you so much CC and so much, kiting. The Jinx in that fight had nobody to protect her from Hentai's Kennen. And
close call. Supro almost got a hold of Salty Drawbar there. Drawbar has to flash out. But yeah, razor thin margin. The bleed on blue side shrunk down to 1k.
It's not a lead anymore. Functionally speaking, red side is ahead because of their massives. So while blue might have that gold advantage, it doesn't actually.
Hentai's looking, flashes in, gets the belt, gets a 2-man slicing Maelstrom. Halo is, he's so low. Tries to turn around, just dead to rights. Miwa makes it out, but yeah, not much that the blue team can do right here. Supro tries to go in, gets a flip down, flashes through the baby cage though. Hentai doesn't have slicing Maelstrom. Troll does have his ultimate if he has to pop it.
That was a monster.
Man, Supro is just doing so much damage. So tanky, everybody gets slowed by him. Triple kill on the Singed. Who needs a split push when you just come in and wipe up a team fight like that? Man.
I mean, he's even more tanky. It looks like he might be going for like Abyssal.
Yep.
Which basically means if you CC someone, they take 10% more damage. So God help the person he flips.
Yeah,
it's
for
gonna.
real.
I flip you, you die. He is functionally just going to do a ton of damage because he's Singed, But that Hentai can still kill him. Like, I don't.
Gets the stun. Hentai is getting slowed down a lot though. Doesn't want to pursue anymore. But this could be the bridge though that Halo set up in the early and mid game, where Supro can kind of take over the map because he's taken like 3 turrets by himself. Cleaned up a lot of fights. Heinian support was able to get a turret as well in the side lane.
He didn't even see him. It was like he got in the bush at exactly the right time.
Yeah. That's a different style of drive-by there. Like, yep.
I don't think I've ever seen someone get missed at that close of a margin before.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Kennen is actually completely cut out right now if Blue ever finds out where he's at. That looks like he's going to get out. But Xin Zhao is just hard pushing.
Yep. Oh, Powerball onto Exodus. Exodus drops the Zhonya's though. Troll is almost in range to come and help here. Gets the bandage in. No stun though. Trolling's taking. The stun does come through though. Supra is chasing down Basher, but there's a double kill from Exodus though. All those turrets doing a ton of damage. Supra's just going to run in circles and poison up everybody. He's so fast though, but Halo does kill Basher. Supra's the only man left standing though. Miwa's got to run away because there's so much chase on the side of red team.
I'm really shocked that Exodus managed to pull 2 kills there.
Yeah. That was nuts. Did he have Zhonya's? He did. Oh yeah, he did pop Zhonya's there.
That is now 4 items.
Man. Yeah, the later this game goes, the harder it's going to be, but Blue team is still hanging on. There's gonna be. They do have a chance to get soul point here in 1 minute. And I think
That
that's
would
gonna
be
make,
pretty nice.
yeah, it would be
Definitely
really
help
nice.
them for the team fights.
Yeah.
Halo, while that early game monster is pretty much a glass cannon at this point. When he takes any of that magic damage, he's going down really fast.
Ooh, Exodus gets a kill onto Supro. Supro looked like he had a pretty good engage on him, but just wasn't enough. Meanwhile, it's gonna get killed by Exodus again. Exodus is now 11-5-4, despite being pushed in and down pretty far at the early game. He's caught up nicely. Nitaku face checks, trolling in. Saw the drop by answer. There's way too much pressure.
They just gave up another dragon. They are dying at absolutely horrible times. It's just like, it's hard because these are things you cannot do. Like if you're going to go for that early soul stack, you've got to pick up that dragon. This is now 3 dragons in a row, and this is not a team that you want 4 Infernals on. You've already got Basher, who is playing someone that has infinitely scaling AP, and he's building Rabadons, and now you have 4% plus ability power times 3, so you have 16% bonus ability power on a champion that already has passive stacks at 230, and then it's going to build a Rabadon, which is going to give him another burst. He completes that Rabadon, he's at over 800 AP, probably closer to 9.
Yep, Halish has to go in, but he's answered by Exodus' Zonias, though, and he's going to go down, though. This is a really, really rough fight. Blue team is just going to get cut down. There's no damage on any of the red team members, though. This is just a hugely failed engage. Supro is left to run away, though. He's going to get to... yep, he's going to be out, because...
Honestly, this is probably game over unless Supro can just pull up hero plays, because, yeah, Basher was completely annihilated in lane, but... he is going to be a monster the moment he completes that Rabadon.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
In fact, he's already got enough to do it. So right now, just as a reference point, he is at 633. Okay? Okay, well, it looks like he's now at 714, so...
Troll flashes with the bandage, forces Supper to flash out too.
So the 714 is because they had the thing. So when he goes back to buy, that's what, another 30%? Yeah, he's going to jump over to over 900. So here we go. Watch this. 714 right now. He's at 937.
Jesus.
And that number is just going to continue to rise. I would expect him to breach 1200 for the end of this game if it keeps going. Because the thing is that Singed is really difficult to in through, but they need, if Blue Team wants to win this game, they cannot lose the next round. That is their win condition at this point. They're no longer in the lead on gold, and they're going up against an opponent that has 2 stacking things, one of whom has 118 for Senna, and then you have Vigar, who has 247, and it's just growth.
Oops, Supro is tied up in the stuns, but he's fast going to catch another bandage, though. Red team tries to pursue a little bit, not going to take it that far. Supro's ultimate is down, though. He's getting a lot of health regen from that. Meanwhile, High Support's working on an inhib turret with Meow, though. Basher's the only one defending it, so this is a really, really good turn. If they can get an inhib there, that'd be huge. Supro's trying to buy as much time as they can, though. This is kind of crazy that blue side is working on an inhib. They've got to back off. During a Baron push, though. I like that aggression, though. It takes 2 of the red team members back into base, so they don't have a full 5-man siege on this mid turret. Mid turret's still probably going to go down, but at least that was they're turning that play into a less negative play than it would have been originally if they didn't take that inhib turret.
Yeah, but the problem is they need Jinx home because their deep push is nothing without her.
Yeah. So mid inhib turret's going to go down. There's 3 Baron Cannon and Supro's threatening to go in. In goes Nitaku, though. Zonias are going to pop, though, but oh my god, the Slicing Maelstrom is in. deaths on either side, though. There's a double kill over to Exodus, though. He's trying to get away. He gets another kill, though. Quadra on the Exodus. Supper's trying to run down Hentai. Gets the flip onto him. Hentai gets the stun back, though, in response. Supper's going to have to go back to base to heal. We've got 3 live members of the red team against Supro trying to hold these Nexus turrets. It's going to be a really, really tough order.
It's a lot of engage, but like no peel for Jinx.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they've got to commit like so much CC onto the red team that, yeah, there's nothing left for Jinx
I'd be
to...
careful. Sepro's going to kill 2 of them right now. But...
Yep, Supro is threatening. He's got his ultimate going, so he's got that health regen and the speed. That's going to be enough to dissuade red team from just sticking around. They don't want to overstay here.
They're going to prep for Dragon right now.
Yep, Dragon Soul's in 30 seconds, so Supro's going to try to stay in their face and make sure that they're going to have to back. Troll lands a stun into Supro, though. Supro gets a sticky field onto Hentai, though. Oh, Hentai drops the Zanyas. Poison's still ticking, though. Supro gets smited. Trolling's out of mana, though. Oh my god, Nintaku overshoots the ultimate on a Trolling! Does get the taunt, though. Trolling is going to die and pay for his sin of overextending.
Oh, that's actually pretty big.
That's huge, yeah.
I wish he
7
had
seconds.
used his ultimate because he could have used that for the Dragon, but they don't have Smite.
Powerball coming around the way. There's another TP, though. Nintaku is tanking 4 members of the red team by himself, right by the Dragon, though. Ultimate just knocks him out of the game. Red team claims the Dragon. They get the Dragon Soul. It's 4 red dragons to their name. That is a devastating amount of damage.
What?
Oh man, Supro gets locked up at the cage, walks away. Wow, Halo kills Hentai from the flank. Really slick move there. So hard to keep Xin Zhao relevant at this point in the game, but Halo manages to do it, securing a double kill at the perfect time. Yeah, blue team needs all the tempo that they can, while red side has got like a little imbalance of the death timers.
I mean, look at this Vigar. You're at 938 now. $939, like
that's nuts.
And he's not even close to full build. Like he is
Yeah.
he does not have a lot of items.
Mm-hmm.
It is gonna be. He's gonna hit like a truck. Like he can straight remove any person from the game.
Mm-hmm. Supro getting victim of the CC chain, but he's gonna hex belt out of it. Easy run away. He's just impossible to catch, man.
Supro is putting on a show. Like
yeah, he really is.
He had a bad lane. You look at the stats and you're like, oh, Kiddin's doing so much better, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Singe was in a bad lane.
Yeah.
He did have advantages. Like the ganking situation wasn't in his favor. And he's just killing it.
Yeah, he is. He is. He almost single-handedly took out. I mean, he single-handedly took down 3 turrets by himself. Created tons of side pressure in trades. Yeah. So it's been a great bridge from Halo into Supro, in terms of both those soul lanes carrying. But the only mismatch is that one of them is more of a late game presence than the other one. Halo can still be relevant though if he gets the right flank. It's really hard to do though when your team's behind. But
if they can get a pick right now, Basher is not here, and he doesn't have.
They don't see it though. Supro gets a sticky field, but yeah, Basher did back. Sen Ultimate's not going to finish off Supro.
He is now at 1,024 AP.
Jeez.
And he just bought a Void Staff. So
shit.
he had over 50% magic penetration on 1,000 AP.
God. And the Baron is just melting to the red team, though. Nintaku dives in a little bit too late, flashes over the wall to get away, though. Meanwhile gets slowed, caught in the event horizon. Oh my god, just gets deleted by Basher. You see that 1,000 AP going to work right there. Troll follows up with a bandage on the Halo. Halo just gets what looks like 2-shot, just exploded.
With the Baron buff, he has 1,158.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Because they have 4, because keep in mind, you have 4 Dragon Souls. You have 4% plus 4% ability power per Dragon Soul. Then you have the bonus of the soul itself, which is damaging abilities attacks create an explosion that does a certain amount of damage. Then you've got the Rabadons, which has a 35% bonus, which is worth 269 AP by itself. And then he went and he built magic penetration on top of that.
Yeah.
He like even Sutbro at this point, if he gets touched by this Vigar, is going to die. I think it's just this is it. Like the thing is, you got to a point where the scaling was just too much.
Yeah, critical mass. Red team gets their win condition, which is basically 35-40 minutes and
46
easy
minutes.
sweep. Yeah.
I don't think that was easy. They were struggling.
Yeah,
for a while.
They did.
But,
They did. Yeah, they reaped the rewards.
I think it traces back to that. What was it, the fourth dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Some things kind of took a turn, and they just kept trickling in, not having the full team fight, and they got those picks and got big.
Yeah, man, Exodus, huge damage numbers, 67k. The next closest was Hentai with almost 50k in the cannon, so just bonkers damage from that Heimerdinger, man. That was nuts, yeah. But the Zanyas made such, when everybody started getting, and Halo brings up a good point though. When Zanyas started getting populated and just like stuffing all the engages and just canceling out any burst follow-up, like, yeah, that was when things started to get way more difficult for the blue team though. So props to red team for just sticking it out and staying in the fight, because things were looking dire for a while there. So yeah, really, really good performance there. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap up game 2. We're gonna mosey on down and get game 3 lobby set up. So grab yourself a drink, stretch your legs. We'll be back in a little